Hello, people. It is I, Lance. Sleeper Barbecue grills to gills. I need a distraction. I've been so sad. Yeah, Cam Jam. Actually, that's what I've been working on up to just 5 seconds ago. For most people, don't if you're not in the fish community, you're unaware of the fact that one of the people within the fish community called Vibes Aquatic, man, is not even 40 years old, was at his little sister's wedding, or the plans. There was a hot rod. She got married, and apparently he got food poisoning, and it took him away. So he is in heaven now, and there's a lot of stuff going on. They're trying to get some stuff going on as far as promotion type stuff. What's up, Russ?
What's up, Lance?
So
What's up, Brett?
they're trying to get some stuff together as far as a fundraiser for his little sister. She's trying to have him buried in Texas. They're
Who you
from
talking
Iowa. Hey, Jody P.
Who are you
Uh,
talking about?
there's one of the guys in the fish community, Vibes Aquatic. Great guy, great personality. He just got a hold of some bad food at his little sister's wedding. I'm not sure if it was at her wedding or the before the wedding, because I did just hear 5 minutes ago that she went ahead and proceeded with the wedding, but apparently some people got sick. Vibes, her brother, actually died
Oh
uh,
Lord,
because of the food poisoning. So I can't
did
imagine
she
what
have
that.
a? Did somebody cater that?
I really don't know. I don't know anything else about it, but
Good
so we're
Lord.
trying to get some stuff going as far as the fundraiser for his sister, because she wants to have him. They're from Iowa, but he was moved to Texas, loves Texas, and that's where they're trying to have him buried at is in
God,
Texas.
I can't imagine having a wedding. It's a happy day, and then something like that happened.
Yeah,
Good
I know. That's why I was just talking to one of the guys that's uh,
man.
working on some ideas, throwing some ideas. We're going to do some embroidery work, donate our time and materials to um, having some stuff done. Trying to help do a fundraiser for his little sister. So
Wow, that's
uh,
terrible.
I couldn't imagine. But I was just telling Curtis. I mean, he said that she decided to go ahead with the wedding. I just said, man, could you imagine? You know,
Uh,
what kind of a shadow this is going to put, on her wedding, her wedding day, knowing that,
exactly.
you know,
Wow, that's terrible.
that is terrible. Hey, JDP, I see you in here. Cam Jam, NBL, Bat. What's up,
Where's
Joel?
where's Simon at tonight?
Simon is, I think he's with his, I know he's with family, but I think he's with at his sister's.
Oh, okay.
And
So I'm playing the Mexican tonight.
you're playing the Mexican. Actually, I didn't even. What's up, Nathan? I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Um, so yeah, he's with them. He gave me some heads up. We talked about Guggen was going to be in here, but he had something come up also. So I was very grateful uh,
Get
that you
my
came
hair
in
off.
here, because I was like, I'm just trying to get some things done, with this fundraiser type thing, and I didn't, I wasn't going to post. I wasn't going to go live with just 2 minutes, notice, but I think we'll go ahead and have a little bit of live, and I
Yeah.
think and go from there. I'm glad to see everybody in here. What's up, Big Matt? Who else came in here? Nathan. We said hello to Nathan.
What's up, Sam?
The Moose.
Bat?
Oh, that's not Matt. That is Sam. What's
NBL?
up, Sam? I thought that was Matt. Outdoors Matt.
Oh, that's Sam.
Yep, Sam. They put another video out yesterday. actually from the steam to the pick.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'll check it
they
out.
had
I'm
one. The one,
subscribed to him on my Smoky Rib channel. I don't
yeah,
think I am on my other channel, but I hang out on the other channel more nowadays. So
yeah,
I
they had one
have to make a point to go back and look.
last week. I had to laugh my ass off. So they're doing okay, Mike. Thank you for being in here, bud. They had a Sam and Lori, his wife, did a seasoning testing on steamed shrimp, but the shrimp was steamed separately, but they were tasting seasonings on top of the shrimp. And
Yeah,
Sam, when he was eating, he was a couple times a little loud with it, enjoying his food. But
yeah.
someone put a like a voiceover, whatever the hell you call it, where it was a horse smacking on eating a
Oh,
carrot,
yeah.
making
I've seen
similar
it.
noises. I laughed my ass off. But him and his wife, and they tested, a bunch of seasonings. Oh, you did that, okay? They did a bunch of seasonings. My mouth would have been burnt out, to have that many taste that many seasonings, at one
Yeah.
time. What's up, Christine?
I hear my wife in there cussing. She brought home another dog the other night. Oh my God, here we go again. She's got these cats, and this dog is 3 years old. It's a really cool dog. You ever heard of a Basenji?
Mm-mm.
It comes from Africa, and it's got a lot of history. It's supposed to be one of the oldest dog breeds on the earth. But
Really?
yeah, it's got natural pointed ears. It's got a wrinkled forehead. They don't get very big. I mean, they're kind of a medium sized dog, about 24 inches. I guess they
Yeah.
stand probably 17, 18 inches. But
Wow.
cool dog. Uh, some people had him, I guess, for the last 3 years living in an apartment or whatever. These dogs got to have a place to run and exercise.
Yeah. Like a
But
Jack Russell.
it's got two of them cats just totally freaked out, and then the other two they could care less. The one just
Yeah.
flopped at him. But I
What's up,
heard
Greg?
something. I heard something fall in there. He must have knocked something over. So we'll see how long this one lasts.
Yeah.
That Jack Russell, it lasted what, about 3 or 4 months. She got him
Yeah.
as a little puppy, and then he started just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and sitting there slinging them cats like they're rag dolls and stuff. She goes, "Whoop, time to go."
Time to
She got
go.
him at home. The people that took him, they raised Jack Russell, so he was right at home with them.
Yeah.
I don't know what she
Yeah.
was thinking. I'm like,
KJ must know something about them. Says they jump high.
yeah,
Guess
yeah,
they,
they can. They're escape artists. If you watch them run, they trot like a horse and then they'll gallop. Them two hind legs just go together like a. They run just like they're like a little miniature horse running. It's pretty cool.
right?
The I was watching videos on it, and like the pharaohs in Egypt. You ever seen them cats that look kind of like this? Like the Egyptian cat. That's what that is, a Basenji. They used to have them brought in wherever they came from there in Africa, and but they meant so much to them they would actually bury the dogs with the owners in the tombs and everything. It's like
Really?
I didn't know any of that. It's pretty cool. Read up on it.
Yeah. Huh. My wife would do that if you let her.
Yeah, Jack Russell definitely needs to run. Man, they're full of energy. It says these dogs they groom themselves a lot like a cat, and they sleep a lot like a cat, like 18 hours out of a day. But when they're up, they need to run. So
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing. But
Interesting. I've never heard of them.
yeah, Basenji, I hadn't either. She brought him home. I'm like, oh Lord, what are you gonna do now? You
She's
know,
looking for you to have a. She's looking for you to have a soulmate when she's at work, a little buddy.
I told her, I said, I don't need something I gotta sit there and keep my eye on all day long. I said, I ain't got time for all that. If I got stuff to
Yeah.
do outside,
You're just getting ready to say, although that would make outdoor work a little hard. If you had to keep an eye. Put him on a leash, but then that's.
Well, we got a fenced in backyard, and so far
Uh,
he has. They say they're really intelligent, but they're good escape artists. And so far, he hasn't tried to climb the fence. They said they can climb fences very well too, so we haven't had that problem. We just let him out, let him do his business, and he was housebroken when we got him, so that's a plus.
I remember as a kid, growing up, we had a cocker spaniel, a black cocker spaniel, called her
Yeah,
Pepper. We put her in the backyard, in a fenced backyard, and you would just watch her, and she would get up on that with her paws and the chain link and
and
climb
climb.
herself right on over top of him. Out she
I've
go,
seen
and
him
you
do
couldn't
that.
keep her in the yard.
I was reading this comment from
What's up, Timmy?
Canahan. She goes, "I've seen them when I worked at the puppy section of Petland. They had yes, I had a big cage in the back shed, brought it in to where at night we could put him in the cage, close the door. And when we first put him in there, he about went ballistic. He actually took his mouth and was biting into the wire on that thing and shaking that door. And then, oh man, he was raising hell. Once he got over it, the last 2 nights, he goes in there, he goes to sleep. It took him a minute though to get used to it. He did not like that cage.
Yeah,
They like to be free roaming. I hate to
yeah,
do a dog like that, but when you first get them, you don't want to wake up and everything in your house be totally destroyed either.
right, right.
But
You
it's
see,
a trial run. It's a trial run. We'll see how
you
it
see
goes.
those videos. People go to work and leave their dog,
Yeah.
running, give them the house, and you come back and all the cushions to the sofas tore out. And
Oh,
yeah, I didn't do that.
yeah.
Some of the things are pretty funny, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can't.
I got gout in my right foot right now, and
No
I got
way.
rock feet on. So when I walk in there, I make sure he wants to come to me. Like, don't you dare step on that foot.
Yeah.
Holy moly, that will hurt.
So and your doctor has you off of all
Yeah, but
allopurinol,
I still got some colchicine from
colchicine.
the
Yeah.
past. I save it for when it gets so bad I can't take it. They don't want me to take it because it's bad for your kidneys, and I only got one kidney left. So
Yeah.
I get it, but there again, I ain't gonna live in that pain if I got something I know can make it go away.
Two batteries and start a
I've been
fire.
drinking too much beer. I got real good where I was drinking mainly water, and last week I just drank beer pretty much every night, and here comes the gout. It's like, damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been actually. I was going to have a beer. Was it last night? And, during Tom and Grumpus's live, and I never even got up, went over and got one. And then I was going to have a beer. I think. Oh, it was during Jody and Bougie's live, and same thing. I never got up and got one. I just.
Well, I can drink a couple here and there, maybe while we go out to eat. But if I get in that habit where I'm just sitting there watching TV and
Yeah.
next thing you know, you done drunk a six
Yeah.
pack, if I do that 2 or 3 nights in a row, then here it comes.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's like the coffee here. Once this is gone, that thermos, the whole big thermos she makes me in the morning, I'll be hurting for the rest of the night because I drink coffee 24/7.
Another thing I was wondering about, because I've been taking these cough drops. I've had that persistent cough, which seems to be getting better. And I've been taking quite a few of them. I said, I wonder if that affects your uric acid. So Farina looked at it. She goes, yeah, it can. The corn sweetener or whatever in there. Like, from the way it sounds, everything can affect it.
Yeah.
I said, nah, I doubt it's that. It's the beer. I know it is.
Yeah. The beer had never really affected me. It was the seafood.
Well, it's always a combination with me. If I drink beer with red meat, or if I drink it with boiled shrimp or something like that, that really brings it on. Or crab, blue crab. Oh my god, I
Yeah.
can look at blue crab and gout. You know,
Yeah.
just about.
KJ says she heard that dandelion tea is good for it. Never heard
Yeah,
of
she bought some. I don't have the container. Black cherry juice, no
cherry
sugar.
juice. Yeah.
Yeah, I drank one of them today, and guess I should drink that kind of stuff every day just to keep that uric acid level down. I never had
Yeah.
gout until I was about 42. First time I ever had an
Same,
attack.
about the same here. About the same here.
Yep.
And then, but I was eating crabs every week. Down here, I mean, there's always one of these watermen down here that, got
Yeah.
crabs for sale. And I don't live on the water, but it's just a
Right.
mile.
Right. About like
About
me, I'm 7, 8 minutes from the ocean or the Gulf Coast,
Yeah.
but I'm not actually on the Gulf Coast. I'm actually right next to the Interstate 10. But
Well,
yeah, the same here, and they've nicknamed that like the King's disease from eating a lot of rich food and drinks and living like a king is really
yeah.
what brings the crap on.
Yeah.
But
But I remember you saying something about that liver thing with the colchicine. I actually looked at it because I go to the doctor like every 4 months. And that's what he wants. I'll see you in 4 months. And it's always blood work every time. And I
what a
actually, being on
pity.
a colchicine, I watched my liver things go up, my
Well,
liver enzymes.
it ain't my liver they were concerned about; it's my kidney.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Mine
yeah.
was the liver. Mine was liver. They saw I was watching my liver enzymes go up, and then I started doing some research on it, and I stopped taking it, and now everything's back to normal.
Yeah. I just take it when I have to, and
Yeah,
that's really all the culture scene is for. That's why I was surprised they put you on a daily dose of that. That's supposed to be
yeah,
for attacks to knock it out, and that's really all it's designed for.
right.
But yeah,
That's Ash was saying. We just talked about dandelion the other day. I used to stay with a lady and her family, and I can remember her having us go out in the yard and pick dandelions, and that would be supper that night. It would be root, dandelion, the root itself. You always got that crunch every once in a while, but she made dandelion stew. She was West Virginia lady,
I don't think
Mrs.
I've ever had it. I didn't
Mrs.
know you could eat it. That's
Mrs.
flowers,
Zimmerman.
right?
Yep, Mrs. Zimmerman. I still remember her, but the wildest thing. He was a carpenter, Mr. Zimmerman was, but when we would make snow when it, or I'm sorry, ice cream when it snowed and stuff like that. But it
Yeah,
was all indoor games, with them, indoor games. But on the weekends, you would get a treat, and your treat would be they would go grocery shopping. You went with them. You weren't allowed to run streets, but you went with them, and you got to pick your own carton of ice cream every weekend. That was the treat. So you got to pick your carton of ice cream. If you ate it all that night, shame on you. You didn't have nothing for the rest of the weekend. But I remember that. Those are just memories that'll never go away. That, and she made these quilts that I'm telling you what, when she tucked you in bed and put that quilt over top of you, it was just like 10 pounds of weight that was on you. And you were so comfortable. It was just zoom. You're gone.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I just recalled that I have your email. I should have emailed you guys. I saw CV's live, but there's been some stuff going on that I've had to take care of. There was a unexpected passing of a fish community guy that a pretty sad story, about how he passed, and I've been dealing with that because we're going to start doing some fundraiser stuff to help his little sister with the burial in Texas. But he's a great guy, man. He got food poisoning at his little sister's wedding, and it took his life. So that's about all I know. Thank you, Tim. And just been going on with that, trying to get stuff figured out as far as what they want to have done and everything, how it's going to be handled. But I'm glad to see everybody here. Guggen was going to pop in also, but he had something come up unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam, that sort of sucked, dude. It was if you knew this guy, he's not even 40 years old. If you knew this guy, he would just it touched your heart. Thankfully, I got to know him, or I actually met him at a fish convention last summer. I keep talking about the one I went to in Pennsylvania, where it was all freshwater fish convention, and I got to meet Vibes at that show. I mean, he's just I don't think I've ever seen him in the past year,
Yeah, it
probably
sound
two
like
years,
they,
2 years, that I've never seen him in a bad mood or not have a smile on his face. You know, he went live every Saturday, and just all around
is
great
he the only one that passed away from the food, or
that I know of. You know, that I know of.
that
That
botulism, man? That's some bad stuff.
that's what I'm thinking of. For it to be that severe.
I wonder
Uh,
what it was.
I all I know is that it was food poisoning. But I mean, a lot of
Hmm.
people get food poisoning. You know, of course, you go through it and you have the symptoms. But that's what I was thinking, man. It had to have been something crazy like botulism to, yeah, and I don't know, you know, but to be able to
Was it?
take some
Yeah,
life.
normally it's hours later before it really, even up to the next day sometime before you really get sick with it. I had to take Tarana to the emergency room one time with food poisoning. Wasn't no joke. But yeah, it can kill you if you got a big enough dose of it. Bacteria.
Well, that's what always scares me when I go to making sausage and stuff. That's why I just said something to you a couple of weeks ago. I said, I want to reconfirm what's that number that you got to maintain before you create a botulism, you know, a petri dish on my sausage.
Well,
Like, but
that's if you don't put cure. That's the reason I put cure in
I don't want
sausage.
to cure. Yeah, I don't want to cure them. I want them to be
I mean,
fresh,
I've
fresh
been eating
dog.
it all my life, so I ain't worried about it at 67. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, the boy next door, they've been growing stuff over here. He brought a big head of broccoli and some yellow squash. I'm not crazy over yellow squash, but Tarina took some potatoes and that squash. I guess she did it in a frying pan, and it's pretty
Yeah.
darn tasty.
Oh man,
Like
I love a fried
she did it
squash with
like it's
onion.
bacon
Oh,
grease. But she did that with a link of sausage. That's what we had for supper.
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't think I'd like it. It was really good.
Oh, I love it, man. That and onions makes a great dish.
Yeah, she had onions in it. Onions, potatoes, that squash. I'm like, yeah, I'd definitely eat that again. But at least I know it's he grew it right next door, so I know where it come from. The squash anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Hope there was a fence around it. My wife and them gives me a hard time. I will not. If I put a garden in every year, and if I know them damn cats got inside that fence and shit and pissed, used it as a litter box, I'm not touching one thing that comes out of there. I don't care if it's
Fertilizer.
10 yards apart from where the plant is to where they went to the bathroom. I'm not touching it. It's in my head.
It
You're
is in
welcome.
your head. I mean, you can buy bags of cow manure, and that ain't nothing but
Yeah,
poop. You know what I'm saying? You
right.
actually got to pay for it. It sure does make things grow, though.
Uh, do you and Lance person know each other?
Yeah, we've had rain and rain and more rain.
Who are you
I got,
asking about,
huh?
Em? I'm trying to figure out who she's asking about since we're
Oh,
both. Oh, Sam. Yeah, I've met Sam. Actually, I went to one of his lives at a tackle shop and won tackle from his live. I tried to meet up with him again. I mean, I had it all figured out, Sam. I was gonna get you and Lori some of them stuffed ham egg rolls. I was just gonna get them frozen, and that way y'all can just do whatever you want with them. And I never heard back from him. I was gonna meet up with him or something, but let him try those egg rolls. They had done went someplace, went out to dinner or something. It's another one of their shows where they went out to dinner and did something with egg rolls. I was like, man, I bet you really like stuffed celery on stuffed ham egg rolls. Yes, Vibes was a foodie. Loved his barbecue. Texas barbecue. It's all he talked about. Loved his cottage cheese.
Had to be
Huge cottage cheese eater.
had to be something that just something that was pre-cooked and it took too long to cool down, or something to get that
Yeah,
botulism growing like that. If that's what it was,
yeah. I really don't know any other particulars. I had mentioned something about that, and I'm just speaking out of turn because I have know
Yeah.
nothing going on. Hysterical. He quit.
Yeah, I've been trying to work in between the rainstorms. I've had this Honda CRV over here. Well, he brought it a week ago, and I didn't start on it till Monday. And I've looked at this thing before. I already know it needs a compressor and condenser with a dryer and all that. But there was an electrical problem, and I finally got to the root of it. Good Lord. I had to change this out yesterday. I don't ever want to do that again. Oh, my back hurts now from it. This is
Not
the one
me,
I took.
Sam.
This is the one I took out. This is called a multiplex controller.
Yeah,
Goes up under the dash. You can see these fuses and all here, but this is
right,
actually it's called a multiplex controller, but think of it as a body control module. This thing
right.
controls your dome lights, your door locks, your chime when you put your key in, all
Yeah,
this stuff. But it sends the AC request to the ECM to turn the AC on. That's what
yeah.
wasn't working in this.
I
And
just put an updated stereo in my old truck, and it actually had to link up to a module like that so that it would like speed control, um, cruise control, the doorbells, door jar type thing, so that it could send it through the speakers, but the radio had to accept it first. So it had to bus control. Does that make sense? Bus control.
yeah, bus line. That's how that controls. Anytime it's sending a digital signal to another module or PCM, that's called a bus, like a CAN bus, K line bus,
Yeah,
then bus. It ain't nothing but wire, but they call it a bus. But yeah, anyway, I think I did not shoot the first bit of footage on that, but I think tomorrow I talked to the owner. I still got to put some plastic pieces back on the dash where I had to get up under that. What made it so hard when you open the door, instead of being flat with the floor, the sides come up this high, and that crap's digging in my ribs. I'm trying to get up under there. Did you see how many plugs I had to unplug on that?
yeah. I hope you
Like
took a picture of it.
it's like 16 of these things, and
Yeah.
then all these on the back. It's like, oh God.
Hopefully you
But
took a picture before you undid them all. Sam is asking, you have the link. I could send. I don't have his email. Can you send Sam? Apparently you have his email
a link to what?
to the live tonight.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I should have his email.
I don't have his email. I'm pretty sure I don't have his email.
Let me copy and paste this link first, or copy, and or I might have to text it to him. Let's see if I got his email.
What's up, brother Steven?
I got it. Sam Tudor. Subject. Live video. Paste. Send. All right, it's sent, Sam.
Thank you, Russ.
But anyway, I think I'm gonna rewalk every step I did on that car, just showing the diagnose procedure I did on that, because it ended up being really an educated guess. There was no way to prove 100% that's what that was, because it was spitting out a signal, a digital signal, but I have no way to decipher that. I mean, I can look at a square wave on a lot of things and tell you what's going on, like a fuel injector or pulse width, all that. You can read those, but a digital signal that's encrypted. That computer is talking to this computer. You have no idea what it's saying. All I know is it wasn't turning nothing on. So I think
He
it
said
made for a
about
pretty good video.
texting it, but he also gave the thumbs up. So I'm assuming that means he must have
Yeah,
gotten it. Well,
But yeah, what I want, the biggest reason I want to do that is because I know it that I took a picture of that wave, square wave that it was sending out. Now that I got a good one in there that works, I want to compare it with what it's supposed to look like when it's actually communicating. And I figure anybody on YouTube that happens to have a 2002 to 2006 Honda CRV have that same issue, then it could help them potentially. So I'll probably get there tomorrow if the gout gets better. I've been taking my medicine ever since last night. It's starting now. It's getting to where you want to rub it, but it's almost a little too painful to rub. It's somewhere
Yeah.
in between. Feels good and not.
What's up, CB? I remember the first time I got gout, and I put just a bed sheet over my foot,
Oh
and I
God,
thought you would have to pull me off the damn ceiling. It was that bad.
that
That
hurt.
was the first time I was like, "What in the world?"
Well, if you're going to get it, a big toe is a good place to get it because you can kind of walk on the side of your foot. It hurts. It's
Yeah,
throbbing. It's painful. But if you get it
yeah,
in your ankle, you can't do nothing, man.
yeah,
I'm like, I'm looking. I remember I had it in my ankle one time. It was swelled up like the size of a freaking baseball.
yep.
Oh my God, it hurt. You could not put any weight. And I had this old walking cane, I think belonged to my dad. And I had to I was in the bed. I had to grab my desk seat with the wheels on it. And I tried to get myself on there. I had to roll myself to the toilet just to take a leak, man. It's like, oh
Oh,
my God, this is terrible. And you
it's
can take
funny now.
2 days later, you could do jumping jacks. When it goes to work, it gets rid of it in a hurry.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny
terrible.
now. The reason why I laughed is that I can remember trying to sit my ass down in a chair, and it actually was this new chair,
Yeah.
and it rolls so well on this concrete floor that the chair damn near came out from underneath of
Oh,
me. And that's what I was thinking when you said that. I said, man, you'll be lucky that that chair stayed underneath his ass when it happened. But I used on
I
my
bought,
route,
I
one of my
bought a
customers,
new I bought a new stool for my garage out there to weld on. I found this at Harbor Freight. I needed one with the
yeah,
wheels on it. It's
yeah,
got a
that's nice.
motorcycle, Fat Boy motorcycle seat on it.
Yeah,
I
that's
seen
nice.
that, I said, oh, I gotta have that. That's pretty
I
cool.
had one of my customers on my UPS route. We shared gout stories. I mean, it sounds stupid, but people do share their gout stories. He gets it in his kneecaps, in his knees, and sometimes he gets it in both knees.
Yeah.
And he's just bedridden. I could not imagine.
I was thinking that this morning because it was hurting this morning when I rolled out of bed, and I'm like, what in the world would happen if I got it in both feet at the same time? I would
Yeah,
just be disabled. I'd have to walk on
yeah.
my knees, I reckon, or
Don't
get a.
don't forget the bell. Ding a ding a
I
ding a
guess
ding a
that
ding.
I guess that stool I just bought would come in handy. I could just sit in it and roll myself around the house.
Backwards maybe, or
Yeah,
row yourself. You had to be able to grab a hold of stuff. If you got it in both feet,
that'd be terrible. Knock on wood. I never have yet.
oh, it's unbearable.
I
Bad.
know
It's
how to not
crazy.
get it. It's just there's certain things you enjoy and you don't want to give it up. That's my
Yeah.
problem.
Well, that's why I told the doctor when I finally went on medication. I said, "Look, it was 6, 7 years ago when I just finally had to give in and take full time medication. I cut back on the seafood a lot. I said, look, I said, Mike, I said I'm 60 some years old. I said there's few things that I enjoy in life, and eating seafood is one of them. I
Yeah,
said so whatever
absolutely.
you got to do to give me, let's do it. I said because I'm going to continue to eat seafood, but um, and that's the hardhead side of it. But I just enjoy the seafood, and I have cut way back.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
from every weekend to having it maybe you know once a month maybe, but
We have seafood. I'm talking about where we go out and sit down in a restaurant and eat. We get a hankering for it every now and then, but on average, probably about twice a year. That's all we do. Even though I
yeah,
live right here and with all this good seafood, but I purposely try not to that much. Now, with that said, we do go to this little Mexican restaurant behind us, and I do get the it's a shrimp chimichanga, the grilled
Yeah.
shrimp. Oh man, I get that probably 7, 8 times a year. So you
Yeah.
know,
Bat, you're saying you deal with kidney stones? I hear those are very painful too. When you pass a stone, I couldn't imagine.
I'm taking my medicine now. It's 6 o'clock. I got a little alarm goes off.
Mm.
One
I do
aspirin, one vitamin D vitamin, and then my blood pressure pill.
eating these usually at the same time. That would be unbearable. Going in your big toe or down the side of your foot is painful. But I couldn't imagine
What's up,
to
Simon?
get in the knees and the foot. You're just basically screwed.
I get
So
in
he
my
does.
knees every now and then. I haven't much, and it's a lot more tolerable than the feet, but I still don't like it.
What's up, Simon?
I know people that gets it really bad, like my ex-wife's husband. He's like, damn, this guy's going on 90 years old, I think, but I know him years and years ago, but he gets it in his elbows, his knuckles, his knees, his feet. He gets it all over. He's just ate up with gout.
What's up, Cecil? I have been smoking a lot of perch lately. Man, the perch have been running so nice. And I can't fry them, trying to eat a little healthier. So I can't fry them, so I've been smoking them. So I'm actually wondering if that isn't, going to give me some issues here.
I don't know. I don't know if this. I know sardines has a lot of purine in it. I don't know
Yeah.
about fresh fish like that. If that affects gout. I know shrimp and all does.
Yeah.
Shellfish. What's up, Sam?
What's
What,
up, Sam?
what's up, people? What's going on?
Not much, not much.
Do I sound okay, man? I've been really been screwing around with this stuff, and I got everything. Every time I turn around, I bought a new laptop, and it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no, it sounds fine. You were live not all that long ago. You want to put your or can I do that? You want to put your channel name in there, Sam. You can put. I don't know if I can.
I think
edit.
somebody already did. I think somebody already did that.
Oh, I can. Never mind. I can do it. Maryland Outdoors, right?
Outdoors at Maryland. What's wrong with you? You nuts.
I can do it on this outdoors in Maryland.
I think somebody actually put my link in the
Yeah, but on the panel here, it just said Sam, so now they
Oh.
know who you
Oh, I could-
are.
oh, I
Yeah, they can do a search for it on YouTube and find it very easy.
yeah, it's raining and just it's just been miserable. I can tell you, I haven't had a vacation in a while, and I really took the last 2 days, and since it's been just raining its ass off, I really just been a just a big turd sitting on my recliner doing nothing.
I know that feeling. I do that half the time. I try to stay busy with projects out in the garage and driveway, but sometimes I don't have nothing to do. So I'm in here watching videos or something, trying to learn, not really just. I'll watch movies too occasionally. I get tired and burn out on videos. I'll turn a movie on.
The are you been putting stuff on your other channel?
What, the new channel?
Yeah.
I haven't. I've been lazy. I haven't probably put nothing in the last 5 weeks, but I am gonna
Okay.
shoot a video tomorrow on that. What I was just talking about, this vehicle I got sitting in my driveway, and I'm gonna just kind of go back through everything I did, and I've got things to do. I just haven't been doing them. Man, it's rain on, rain off. It's just like it started to get hot and humid. I just haven't felt like it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, the brain
Oh,
it's been a bitch.
That's
We got
one thing
like
about this channel. I will never treat it like I did my cooking channel, where I was putting everything into that channel, and I grew it up pretty good size. I don't even know what it is anymore, but I will never be that excited about this new channel like I used to be with my cooking channel. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
it's
And you're pretty
something
much
you do when I feel like doing it. That's all it's there for. I could care
you,
less if it ever gets another subscriber. I don't care if anybody watches. I'm just doing it to do it, you know. And it does get some views, you know. It's it's over 6,000 subs now, which ain't too bad for
no.
something I don't work that hard, you know.
Do you so you pretty much you're pretty much done with you're pretty much done with
The
smoky ribs.
Smoky Ribs Barbecue, yeah. Unless something pops up. That's I was gonna do like a farewell video, you know, and thank everybody all the years of watching my videos, blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna do that. I said because maybe there's a special event or something. Maybe I do want to drop a video once in a blue moon or something like that. But I'm not actively planning a video or anything on there no more. You know, but I'm not gonna say that there won't be something at some point. You know,
Yeah.
it's there. If Derek even said something about the birthday party coming up for his little 1 year old or will be 1 years old, he wants to buy a whole alligator tail and smoke it, you know, and maybe do a video of that. So that's a possibility, you know. That's
That's
one
cool,
thing I've
man.
never done on my channel.
I'll
was
tell you
a
what.
whole-
You gave me that shout out when you did that cream of crab. I got like 200 and some subscribers from that video.
Yeah. You know,
I
back
did.
years ago, shout outs actually worked pretty good. You know, I did a shout out for Mike Nackby one time with Everyday, what is it called? Everyday Barbecue. Anyway, he got over 1,000 subs within a few days off of that shout out. And I was like, holy crap, dude. But
Yeah.
it's getting where shout outs don't have the same appeal or effect they used to have, you know.
Chud
Yeah.
did one for Triple B, and I think he
Yeah.
got over 1,000 subs from
Did
that
he?
shout out. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to there's a guy not too far from you, K Fred. When I did that video, so K Fred talks to me like I talked to Russ on the phone.
I
We'll
know
text
Kate
each other.
Fred. Yeah, he's mailed me some of his merchandise before, and we've talked back and forth. You know, I'm friends with him on Facebook. I hadn't talked to him in a long time, but I found him on YouTube, and I'm like, boy, if this
Yeah.
ain't real deal Louisiana guy here. And
He is.
yeah, I used to watch all of his videos, but
He still does it, man. He's what was cool is that I did the video. I sent him the video because we ended up liking his seasoning the best. The K Fred's best because we have a local guy. We really like his stuff, especially like for barbecue seasonings and stuff.
Yeah.
But he has some seafood seasonings, and we really liked them. But K Fred just had that heat to it that
Yeah.
me and her liked, and he watched the video and he had a kick out of it too when I did the horse because I was smacking my lips, just smacking them. I'm going like, holy shit! Listen to the way I'm smacking my lips while I'm eating.
I
You know?
thought that was Lori editing the video, and she
No.
was like, you know, she was just being funny about you. But
No, I actually used that once before. Me and my buddy were doing. I don't know if we were doing the hot ones challenge where we were doing all the hot sauces and we were doing shrimp, and he was worse than we were both bad, but he was worse than I was, and I threw that horse video up.
yeah,
I remember
But
that. When Lance said something about it earlier, I said, I've seen that before, you know, but I think it was that hot sauce or that whatever challenge, you know.
Yeah, man, smack it. But
That's
we had a good time at K Fred, but he's so busy. I mean, when he goes to get his hogs and he goes and catches them and gates his hog, it's like a 3-hour drive, I think, for him to
Yeah.
get down there. So he drove all that way, and on his way back, he actually calls me just like you do, Russ. Calls me up, and he's actually going to send me. He's got a new. He's got the new boil stuff. He's got a hot sauce out.
Oh, really?
He's got some other stuff. I think he's going to send some stuff up to me, so that'll be
Yeah,
kind of cool.
I had some of his shaker type seasonings, and matter of fact, I one of the videos I did with Jeff Rice when he come down here about 4 years ago, we used Cape Fred's in the boils also as part of a like just adding Cajun seasoning into it along with other things, you know. But yeah, it's really good. I liked it, and he sent me a couple t-shirts. I got some Cape Fred shirts in here hanging. I can't get in them no more. I'm too fat, but I still got the shirts.
Did he start a new channel? Your buddy?
Oh, Jeff, no, he
Because
he
I
is
seen him on a whole other channel.
that's called Smoke Source Barbecue, and that's how he makes his living. They pay him. They pay him a regular salary to do all their videos. They have grills and smokers sent to him on a regular basis for doing reviews, but he's actually employed by them, and they're in Australia.
Huh.
So pretty sweet
That's
deal. He left his full time job to go to work with them full time. He gets an annual income, you know.
Does he get any other kind of commissions from the sales or anything like that, or just
I don't
straight up
think
from that?
I think he's just straight up an employee, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It just popped up.
He
He's
gets
been
the
doing
sale. If he sells them, he makes money from it.
I don't know. He might. I have no idea, but I do know that once the videos are done, he'll turn around and they let him sell the pit to make money off of that.
Right.
And
Oh,
he
yeah.
had a garage full of them here a while back, and he went on a selling spree. Sold all kind of pits and smokers and all that. And he's gotten into woodworking, like building shelves and cabinets and everything. And I seen a picture he put in that text group yesterday. He just bought a brand new bandsaw, big bad boy, you know. And I'm like, darn, he's still buying tools. But
Yeah,
he
he
go-
would talked to him about a month ago about woodworking, and he had some questions and stuff. And he's gung ho, man. He's not cutting corners anywhere. He's
No,
he's gonna redo his whole kitchen,
yep.
get all that done. He's got plans. So
Well,
I
he's
admire-
kind of like he's in the same place I was a couple years ago when I started that second channel. I said I've got to figure out a way to where I can stay busy instead of sitting here in front of this computer all day. That's why I decided to start doing AC work and other work, you know, right here in the garage, welding or whatever I can get. Most of it's been air conditioning work, you know, and I'm getting it just at the right pace. Gives me something to do, extra money, and it keeps me out of this room right here, you know.
yeah,
And I think he's doing it just so he can physically get exercise and work with his hands and things like that. A man's got to have that, you know, especially if
Yeah.
you've done it all your life and all of a sudden you're sitting there sedentary. It'll kill you, you know. You got to move.
no, I agree.
I sit
Yeah,
on my
I've been-
butt for 3 years. I'm like, boy, I got to do something. I won't be around much longer, you know.
When I first retired, I was getting anxieties. I was like, where's the money coming from?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? You know, I got to have something to do. I mean,
Right.
it was bad. I mean, I was taking these damn soothing, calming lozenge type things. My wife found out some type of a lozenge thing. I got them here somewhere close to me, but I don't know where they're at.
It
But
was,
they
gummies,
were-
THC gummies.
yeah, no, they weren't. No, it was some type of I can't remember what it's called now, but some type of a lozenge. It's like a natural.
Jesus Christ, that's a big ass lozenger.
Yeah.
it's no, that's the can they're in, like a yellow
Oh,
can. Like
Okay,
that.
I was like, whew, that's a big lozenger.
I know I've got 'em in here.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing. So even though I still work full time, I had the podcast going and I figured that it was I thought it was hurting my long form rescue.
Right.
And they're supposed to do what? Calm you down?
Yeah, it's the
Natural stress relief.
current flavor. It's the current in there that calms you down. It makes you chill out.
Yeah, when you talk, you sound like you're already chilled there, buddy.
Yeah.
But it's all natural stuff. I don't like taking medications or anything. If it's natural, we'll
I
do
don't
it.
know.
When did
Sam,
you
I'm-
plan on retiring, Sam? Couple
I
years.
don't know, I'm only 50. I just turned. I'll be next year. I'll be working for the bread company 30 years. So I've been
Wow.
doing it 30 years. I'm just a bread man, and I've been doing it. It's I'm definitely not a rich guy, but my wife gets to stay home, so she don't have to go out to a shitty ass job like I've
Yeah.
been doing for all his life. But one day to YouTube, I'll be like you, Russ. I can retire and do YouTube all the time. I've been I've been
was able to
grinding.
do that for 4 years. I was able to live off YouTube money for 4 years with my other channel. and it really timed out perfect. Just like the Lord is looking after me because I was just old enough to start getting Social Security when YouTube money really started to tank. I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. That's one reason I'm just getting out of it. It's just like
Are you?
all
You're
that
still making. I mean, you're still making money off your videos, right?
the channel is still making. It's making right now. I mean, it used to make really good money, but right now it's making like $900 to $1,000 a month. I signed it over to my oldest son. He's getting all that money. I told him to keep up with the taxes. The money's yours. He helped me for 7 years,
Yeah.
and I paid him then, but I didn't pay him like I got paid. But
Right.
I did, and so it's almost like a way you're getting paid at the end of it. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know.
but
I
it's nice,
I don't know.
for him every month. So,
I don't know, man. Some of them guys make some like stupid money.
oh
You
yeah,
know.
real big
But
money.
you guys, I think you guys will appreciate this. You know what I've been working on all winter long?
Uh-uh.
I've been working on a cookbook all winter long.
Oh, is
And
that right?
yeah, so I got to add. I mean, I didn't realize how hard it really is, but and I won't lie to you, ChatGPT really helped me. It really helps me kind of
Yeah.
format it the way it
Absolutely.
explains how I can format my recipes and everything.
Yep.
So the whole thing of the thing we like doing, a lot of stuff with crab meat. So we made it a Maryland book where we did classic our recipes, and then there's a bunch of recipes in there that I've done from other people, and some that I haven't done but are really good recipes. And then at the end of the book, we're actually going to do traditional Maryland food from Maryland, like we call it lake trout down here, which is basic whiting. They call it lake trout. If you go down Baltimore City, in Baltimore, you see a lot of places, you see big giant wooden signs saying lake trout, and they sell fried lake trout. So I got the recipe for that. Pit beef is a big thing here in Maryland.
Oh, yeah.
Like pit beef and just some other stuff, some local food that represents Maryland. So what happened is I actually I had to transfer it over to something, and whatever happened, it got corrupted, and I couldn't get it right. So I had to go back. Now I got to go back and actually resize everything and pay.
Man.
When you go into like your Google Docs, you'll do a recipe or something, and then you actually put a page break. So it'll actually let you know where the page is going to end.
Okay.
So I went through all that, and now I got to redo all that. I got to resize like the titles and stuff like that. And then I got to add the pictures to it. So we got the pictures and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping we were supposed to go crabbing this week, our first crabbing trip this week, and I wanted to start, promoting it. Let me know if you can hear this TV in the back, because this microphone here was really, really like
Absolutely.
it closes so much that if you and I were like talking over a little bit each other, you could still hear me. But this one was making it all muffled. It really cuts out the background noise.
I don't hear no TV.
I don't
Yeah, well,
hear
she's just getting ready to turn it on now. She likes her horror flicks. That's all she watches.
that. Is that
I was
right?
going to tell you, was talking about that pit beef. I did a video about 3 years ago, and I researched the hell out of that pit beef because I'd done my version of it a few times before, and people like that ain't pit beef, blah blah blah. But what is that place there? Is Baltimore pit beef?
Chaps.
Chaps. I kind of recreated the way they do it, and I researched the fire out of that video, months and months of research, and I think I pretty much nailed it. And the technique they use, the way
Yeah,
they go
just
for they go for really a bloody center. The
Yeah.
ends are going to be more done. Then they shave it to the portion size. And if somebody wants it like well done or medium, they just grab that handful, put it back on the grate, toss it a little bit, and it worked like a charm. You can get medium, or you can get well done, medium rare, and rare all out of one big thing. Doing it like
Yeah.
that.
I lived 20 minutes. I lived 20 minutes. So it was funny because Chaps. So when it started, right there was a women's strip club. I visit that place many times. The wife didn't like it, but I visited that place, many times. So, but right outside, it was he started with basically a shed. I mean, it was a shed out there. They got like a backyard shed, and they were cooking out of that thing. And it just kept growing and growing and growing before he had a bigger, and now they got a whole brick and mortar now, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, Donna's Drive-In and Dives went there twice, and
Yeah.
that helped him run out.
And it's simple. It's simple. It's not even it's not really no. I don't know. It's
No,
just simple
it
meat,
is.
man.
It is. It's the oh crap! It's the leg. Where the what's it called, Lance? It's been so long since I've done that video. You got your eye round, then you got your front and your back round, but it was the background if I remember right, and that's the meat. And I went and bought one. Man, this thing was the size of a brisket. You sit in that video, and the way I charted, knowing the inside would be completely almost raw. That's exactly how it's done, And they cut
High
it in
heat.
half, they flip it. Yeah, and I got all that from Donner's Drive-Ins and Dives. Plus, I found a lot of stuff on YouTube from the chaps themselves, and they give away little secrets on everything. And I was putting it all together, trying to reverse engineer exactly what they did, and the cooking part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know what seasonings they used. I come up with my own rub from it, but man, it was good. I'm like, if theirs tastes better than this, I want to try it because this is jam up.
Yeah. I think it's basically salt and pepper. I don't think they really. I don't think they really put a lot of seasoning on it. I think the seasoning was the charcoal.
I've watched one of the videos, and they didn't mention all of them, but they mentioned more. Like a little garlic powder, a little this, a little that. I just kind of concocted my own, but I think salt and pepper would be great. That's really all you need. But the tiger sauce, I actually went to their website because you can order stuff through them through Goldbelly, and anybody that sells online has got to give you the ingredients, nutritional facts about it. And I went in there and had 2 ingredients, and horseradish and mayo. That's it. That's what tiger sauce. Man. It don't tell you the difference, so I just made it to my own liking. That's tiger sauce. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, and they had more of the stuff that we would go down there and we would get some ribs, and it was good, man. It's simple stuff and good, and they grew it from literally a shed. I mean, it was a shed.
Yeah. And that pit that I used to have, the one I used in that video is that Pits and Spits flat top, and that kind of mimicked what they use. They use like those cinder block open pits like that. That's exactly what they use. I said, this is a perfect pit to do this on,
Yeah. There's a guy in Southern Maryland called Lefties. He started off in a little trailer. He used to pull it up on weekends in front of an insurance office building that the guy gave him permission to. He was closed on the weekends, or Lefty would go in there in the evenings, and that's how he started his barbecue. And he had a huge store, but he just retired last year.
That's how a lot of them start. There's a grocery store there in Pascagoula. Is Chris in here by any chance? But anyway, the name of it is Wayne Lee's, and they did open a second one up back in the 70s in Lucedale, Mississippi. But he actually started that. The man's name was Wayne Lee, and he started that by buying a cow, getting it butchered, selling the meat on this little corner lot. He had bought on that property, and then eventually built the building, and finally it turned into a full-fledged grocery store over the years, And man, that's the go-to store if you're living in that area. They got everything, They sell rod and reels and all kind of fishing and outdoor stuff in that store. If you want boudin balls, just all kind of stuff,
I love some of that. You guys, down there, like I said, watching K Fred and watching, like, I watch Jarrett Serenade a lot too.
Yeah, I watch him down there.
And it's some of the food down there. It's just, I like to visit just to really, I'm talking like watching, what's that one dude we watch? He's on, he's a Blackstone guy. Remember he wears the overalls with no shirt on, the beard.
Oh, you're talking about the guy. He does a lot of videos for that griddle.
Yeah, Blackstone.
Blackstone. Yeah, I can't.
What the hell? Can we forget his name?
That Swamp guy.
He was one of the swamp guys, wasn't he? With the swamp.
Yeah.
Talking about.
Man, we watch him too. I love to just go hang out with them guys. It's just the food down there.
Bruce Mitchell.
I just want a authentic crawfish boil. You know, we tried it up here, and us dumbass steaming people up here because we steam shit. We don't boil. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I take offense to that, Sam. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm going to tell you, steamed crawfish is actually better than boiled, but it's not steaming like you're thinking like crabs, where you put seasoning on them and steam them. You steam them to cook them, and it really cleans them really good. And you only got about 3 or 4 inches of water, and you're steaming these crawfish until they're done. When they're done, you've got another pot that's already been all the seasonings added. It's been brought down to about 150 degrees. That steaming basket goes and you drop it into that soaking liquid, and they'll sit there and soak for 25, 30 minutes. And that's when they flood and they sink. That's when they flood with all that really seasoned Cajun water. You know, that's the method for steaming crawfish.
That's where I think we screwed up. Them guys, as soon as they got done boiling them, you know, or we put them on the boil, I think they took them right off. Where I think I learned from you, listening to you enough to actually let it, like shrimp. We were going to do a shrimp boil, you know, and let them. And you said you let them actually sit there. You can let them sit overnight almost.
Well, that depends. The ones I do outside, if I'm doing shrimp, I do them about like I do crawfish. Once they're boiled, I'll cool that pot off on to where they can't no longer cook, and I'll let them sit there and soak for 25, 30. And you just check one every now and then until it's your liking. But crawfish has got to be soaked, because when you first boil them, if you're boiling them, not steaming them, they float. They'll pop out of the water. All the crawfish should be on top of the water. And when you start cooling that pot off, they start soaking up all that liquid and they start sinking. Once they're fully submerged, they have filled up with all they're going to fill up. So you just let them hang out 20, 25, 30 minutes, try one, and you'll know when it's right. You know, like, woo, yeah.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
That's the only trick. You got to let them soak all that up, you know.
I remember one time not one time, but one of the videos that you did that really caught my attention is when you're doing all those little flavor sachets. I'll call them a sachet, but the flavor packets where you're dumping like a cheesecloth packet or whatever it was in there, and it had all kinds of different flavors, and it to do the water. I was like, that's what when I saw that, I was like, wow.
I've got a bunch of cotton bags up here somewhere. They're flow through cotton bags, and you could actually separate all your vegetables. That way you ain't got everything in the pot at one time. But we normally don't do that. You know, but we just pour everything out on the table, and everything's right there: corn, mushrooms, whatever vegetables you put in it, all your crawfish, all of it.
Hard-boiled eggs. That's got
Yeah.
the hard-boiled eggs.
Yeah, I've seen people do that. I personally haven't. You can put asparagus in there. You can put anything. Pineapples. We've taken whole pineapples and boil them, or slice them up and put it in there. That's pretty good, actually. Pineapple with that boil mix seasoning flavor. Yeah, good. All kind of stuff.
From American Pie.
We
Oh
haven't.
shit!
Have we done? Yeah, we've had one crawfish bowl this year. That's it. That was at my son's house. I didn't do it on video, so I'm done. I'm not doing no more videos. I'm not doing them. I had people commenting, "You doing another bowl this year?" Some people get used to me doing that every year. I'm like, nah, sorry. I check.
Yeah, I'm still motivated to make videos. I need that. I'm like you, Russ. I need about 3 years of what the hell happened to that?
Yeah, help out with retirement.
What the hell happened to that camera? Hold on 1 second. Let me.
I shifted you to the right there a little bit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah, dude.
It slowly comes back, but it's went over about 3 times.
Oh, you got one of them automatic cameras that?
No, that's just my GoPro.
Okay.
The other camera, I got the 4K camera, and that son of a bitch won't let me go in the 1080p.
Really?
Holy, what the hell? What's going on? Hold on.
Huh. I think that video I shoot tomorrow, I think I'm going to shoot majority of that with an iPhone, just so I can walk around and as I'm explaining stuff, you know.
That's all right. What the hell? Nobody really needs to see my face anyway.
Hey, Red
Look at sliding over. What the hell?
Yeah, it's like it's track.
I have no idea. You got me hanging because I'm running. So we've been doing a You don't mind me talking about the podcast, do you, Lance?
Oh, sure. Help yourself.
Because I did the podcast here for a while, and we were talking a lot about Maryland and Chesapeake Bay and stuff, and it was doing pretty good, but I thought it was hurting my long form stuff because I was talking to Jarrett, and I even talked to you, Russ. He said, "Well, your YouTube's wondering, what are you, a podcast channel, or are you a long form? Are you a video channel?" So I stopped it for about a year, and then I just started it back up. So it's on Outdoors of Maryland podcast, and I brought in a young man, Austin. If you got, I think he does a lot of shorts, and he's the dude in Back River that cleans up he cleans up the trash. He'd be talking about a plant or talking about something, and he's picking up trash the whole time. Smart kid. He's in the Army. He's just a really good, and he's smart. I need a smart guy. I'm the dumb guy from Dundalk. So I have him, and we started to back up, and we've been pretty good. But the problem's been is that every time we've been doing it, either the audio's been bad, or the video's been bad. We actually brought a country singer on. We were actually talking to him. We had an awesome conversation, and it was freezing. It was, man, the audio was, I couldn't believe it. I never had so much problem doing this.
That's
yeah. So I got this one. It's a user computer, and then I'm in here fucking with it. Screwing with it today. Like, what the hell's going on with this thing?
Yeah.
You had a podcast. You had like 4 people on your panel about a month ago, didn't you?
4?
Was
3.
It was 3. Okay.
It was me, him. We talked Maryland stuff. So we talked Maryland sports. It was we brought in a guy that does a lot of the Baltimore sports here, Ravens and Orioles. We were talking through him. We had it come on locally, but we actually went in to we had the country singer in with us, and Jesus, Mary and Joseph. It was the computer. So the computer couldn't hold the handle running StreamYard, running my audio, and running cameras. That it was freezing and sticking, and the audio wasn't matching and stuff. So that was hey, whoever did that, thank you. Whoever put that up there. That's awesome. We just started, and we only have like 26 subscribers. For us to go live on that channel, I need at least 50 subscribers. So if you want to check it out, we're talking Maryland stuff. So I don't know, a lot of you guys are from Maryland, but we're going to throw a little.
You're putting the podcast. You're putting the podcast on its own channel.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That's good.
Yeah, idea. we're gonna do that, but I want to go live this Tuesday coming up on my channel to kind of get people over to that channel. But with all the issues I've been having, like you see, my GoPro has got me somehow, some way going crooked.
Huh.
Yeah, I thought you had it set up on something.
If it is.
I moved it over.
Oh man, pulled a muscle in my back.
I appreciate everybody sharing that. That's awesome. Me and the wife are going to spend more time. We are finally going to get the boat out, and I had to change the trolling motor. We're doing, I'm gonna do a video on real quick on how we're getting the boat prepped up for crabbing and fishing season. We're gonna get her first snakehead this year. She's gonna get a snakehead this year.
Oh man, really? I want to do that so bad.
It's good. Come with us. You're more than welcome anytime to come up here, buddy.
Well, I went all the way up there. I got them lures from you. I won the lures in that contest. So you're live.
I'm glad you drove like 2.5 hours up there.
I was bound and determined. I was going to go see Sam. I was going to meet Sam, and but I haven't got those things wet yet. I was trying to find out how to put a damn. You could type something in the channel for the link for that channel pop up, but I've forgotten how to put it in there now.
Give me 1 second. Let me mess with my camera real quick.
Where's Simon when I need him? I'm not the electronics guy at all. But
how do I go out of that real quick?
I can't remember what I did. It'll drop. Oh, you know what? It might just be Nightbot too. It might still be sleeping. There it is. Well, he's logged in on his wrong account. If you were logged into the other live account, Sam, and you typed, don't hit the buttons. If you just put the word sleeper in the comments, the link to that channel for for your podcast channel will pop up. But if you're here under Outdoors in Maryland, that's the link it's going to show.
I think somebody put it in there. Somebody put the link in there for both of them. Guys are awesome people that are in here.
Yeah.
They put in both my links.
You got all these blue wrenches in here, Lance. Somebody
I
Yeah,
saw
somebody did it.
I saw Steven put it up.
Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate that. I don't get to come on here much often because you start at 7 o'clock and I'm usually in bed because I get up at 2 a.m. to go to work. So,
good Lord, that's all early.
I know.
I usually don't roll out of bed about at the earliest 7 a.m. At the latest, usually 8 a.m. I'll probably get up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. I gotta get this video going.
no, 2 a.m. Mondays when schools are about ready to close. When I have schools, I'm up at 1:30. So
You got to
I get
work
up pretty.
tomorrow?
No, I took off.
Okay.
I took off Saturday, and so we're off Monday, but we'll work Tuesday and Wednesday and be off Thursday. So I hired a guy to work Saturday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that gives me about 6 days off. That's
So
the
this
first
is
little.
Memorial Day weekend, and I forgot about that.
Well, all this rain, it ain't helping for me being a bread man throwing all them rolls out there.
Yeah, you're supposed to get a 1 inch of rain tomorrow, Sam. That's up there for you.
Got rain.
Yeah,
Or
It's
not.
not
it was
raining. It's not
it was
raining
pouring
right
this
this
morning.
But it's
Pouring this
all-
morning.
it's all
I want
out.
to pull the boat out. I got to start making the video on. So when we run the trot line, Lance, you'll understand this, but Bruce's Crab Supply in Elkton, Timmy sent me and gave me a trout line puller. So what that means is that when we're running our line, at
Right.
the end of it, when we're done, we got to pull everything by hand. She rides the boat, I'm pulling it in my hand. Well, this is actually a machine that I stick on my boat, and it automatically runs, and I just stick it into that thing, and it just runs. As I'm driving down the line, it'll just run and go in there.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's like a $800 freaking machine, and he gave it to me to promote this summer. So I'm
Wow.
pretty damn. I can't wait to hook it up. Just waiting for and it's just as easy sticking it in. I'm going to do a rod holder, stick it into the rod holder, and that should be. I can't even wait to try it.
Huh.
Yeah,
That
I've
could
seen a
make,
couple boats out here that use those. They're pretty nice.
That could give you a one-man operation with that, huh?
Well, and they
Oh.
can sling some stuff too. If you got them going too fast, they're going to sling some debris.
Where do you live at? Do you live down by the bridge in Solomon's Island?
I'm just before the. Well, not just. I am before. Benedict River, the Benedict Bridge
No,
from
no,
Calvert County into St. Mary's County.
no.
Golden Beach. I mean, Golden Beach is the area, but
Route 4. I know coming down Route 2 to Route 4, following Route 4 all the way down.
then you get on to Route. It's Route 235, but 5, same difference.
Isn't that the one that goes towards DC?
No.
No?
Well, Route 5 will. You know where Pax River Naval Base, Air Station Base is? Well,
No.
Solomon. I'm about
Yeah, I know.
30. I'm north, about 30 minutes north of Solomon's.
The bridge, the big bridge that goes over to the.
big
There's a there's a base down there. I remember
the-
working there. So I actually went down there last year twice, and went with Crystal Jordan. She's a commercial crabber down there.
Yeah,
She's right underneath the bridge, man. She's right out from the bridge. Man, that was 2 hour drive, two hour drive or something. I went down there, man. I got sick. Woo, man. I've never been so. They have the hot tank in there. So whenever they bring a pot up, they got this big giant hot tank in there, and they dump dump it in there to kind of clean everything off. And the smell of that thing was just brutal. So the good thing is she had like a 44-foot boat. And she drives like a woman because she just runs right through all the ways, man. Full blast. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I got sick from that. And then the next time she was in the wash, man, we were in like 6-7 foot rollers sideways as she's pulling crab traps. Holy hell, man.
I shared that video to a buddy of mine that used to be a waterman, just to see if he would know of her or get a kick out of it. But when you said Southern Maryland, I was like, oh, no way, that's pretty cool. But I've never heard of her, didn't know her.
Well, she was on our up here. We have that MBT, like the public channel.
Maryland Public TV. Television.
She was actually on the, because there's a TV show called Outdoors Maryland or Maryland Outdoors. It's Maryland Outdoors or Outdoors Maryland. It's one of them. There's actually a channel on there, and she was on there. They promoted her on there, which was kind of cool. I haven't been going out with Rachel because some creep freaked her and her husband out, texting her all the time and saying stupid stuff, and her husband wasn't liking the social media stuff. So that's the only reason why I haven't really been out with Rachel next door, my next door neighbor, trout lining.
Through your videos, he was doing that, or just.
So what he did was when he was watching her videos, she's on Facebook, and he asked, he's a commercial crabber too, but up north, up on the other side, so he ain't close. But he would ask her questions, and it was mostly about crabbing. What does she do? How does she do this? What she do this? And then it started getting personal. It looks like he's a drinker. He likes to drink, and then late at night, she was asking, hey, got any friends, and want to meet me with friends? And then she said that she talked to him. It was like 7:00 at night. She went to bed, and she got up in the morning, and there must have been 1,000 messages. One started nice, and then it started calling her a bitch and this, and because she wasn't answering because she was in bed. And her husband got pretty. She said 99% of the people would come up to her, want to take pictures with her, say hi, talk to her and stuff. It's just that one asshole that comes out of nowhere and wants to be a creep. And so that's the only reason why I haven't been, this cord. It's the only reason why I haven't been with her. This is a USB-C mic here. I could do it both ways. I got 3 people, so I've been trying to set up 3 microphones on this audio. So I gotta, trust me, I'm an old guy, just like the rest of you guys, and trying to figure out all this technology stuff, trying to figure out what works and how it works and don't screw it up kind of thing.
Yeah, you saw that one comment about Lance don't push buttons. I'm terrible, man. I will end it live in a heartbeat. Pushing the wrong buttons.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, it's cool, man. On Sunday nights usually I can't come on, but I like hanging out and just talking some shit.
Appreciate it. Man, I had dead set because I have a pirate ship account here, and when I order in fish, I keep all these insulated boxes that they ship the fish into me. And I was either going to meet you with those egg rolls, or I was going to ship it to you overnight with those egg rolls. But I was right there. I went to see my new grandson, and my daughter and son-in-law, they live, you can walk to this place called Chiefs. And Chiefs has been doing Southern Maryland stuffed ham for decades. Well, the last son that's still living is doing egg rolls now. They still sell the ham, but they're wrapping it in an egg roll form. And I mean to tell you what, they are out of this world. And I was going to meet you because you did a show or something where you did egg rolls.
It was deer meat, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I remember something with the egg rolls. I said, well, I bet you'd really enjoy those.
My wife won't eat deer. You have no idea what I got to deal with my wife and food. She don't like fish. She won't eat fish, but she'll eat fish in a tuna can. Tuna, yeah. You won't now because I gave you such a hard time. I gave her such a hard time about eating tuna fish out of a can. I'm like, I have fresh flounder. I'll stuff it with crab meat and I'll bake it. You will love it. No, I won't eat it. But she'll grab a can of effing tuna fish and eat it.
Wow.
She needs to turn on the YouTube and search tuna fish. It will change her mind.
Yeah.
There-
She don't eat it no more. She won't even touch it now because she don't put no mayonnaise in it. It's plain. Is it with oil? You liked it?
Yeah.
Oil, and what do you put on it?
Salt, pepper, and then a tomato and lettuce.
Salt, pepper, tomato, lettuce. That's it. Just plain out of the can with
That's a whole bag.
and a little bit of Old Bay. And I'm like, that is the fishiest taste there is.
Yeah.
In water it is.
Fresh. Can you imagine having fresh rockfish, stripers for most of you people, stripers with some crab meat baked on top of it? You know, a regular crab meat. You know, like stuffed fish.
Right.
Just won't eat it, man. I don't get it. She's weird. You're a weirdo.
Yeah, I was watching a thing the other day because I'm trying to get a little healthier as far as my eating habits, and I love tuna fish, sardines, and tuna fish is extremely high in mercury. I mean, there's only better brands that are better than others, but they all contain a mercury, and I was like, no way, man!
Just eat it. Just you got to eat. You just have to eat it maybe once a week, and just make sure if you get it. That's the way when I tell my wife to get it for me because I'll eat maybe one can a week. I told her she has to get me salmon, wild caught salmon from Alaska once a week.
Yeah.
You know, but I have it in strict olive oil, good extra virgin olive oil. If you're going to eat it, just eat it like that.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've been the same way, Lance. It's hard with her because I'm very sugar addicted. I drank with her this weekend because I told her she promised me that she would not drink. We won't, because we like drinking our beer, you know, maybe once or twice a week. Like on Tuesday, we'll drink a couple of beers. I like craft beers. This is a pumpkin beer. It's an October beer, but it's a pumpkin beer, and it's pretty good. But this is one that's this is like 9% alcohol on it.
Yeah. Stuff that
And
hurts.
What's that?
Stuff that'll hurt you.
Yeah, you don't need that many. You don't. It's
Yeah.
only in a 4-pack, so you know. But it's been hard to get her to change her habits. She don't like a lot of stuff, and it's not a bad thing, but she just don't like a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to get her to cut back on the sugar. She's been working out every day, but I keep telling her you can work out all you want, but if you're not going to eat better, it doesn't matter, you know. So it's about changing the food. I'm going to try more of a carnivore diet. It's going to be strictly meat, eggs, and I'm going to add fruit. So when I eat yogurt, I have strawberries or blueberries in it.
Yeah.
And she's going to give me 30 days. We're not going to drink no beer for 30 days. Look, she's laughing in the background. Did you hear her laughing?
That was loud and clear. Yeah.
I said, just give me 30 days, and we eat well. So pasta, we changed. So if you get regular cheap pasta, it has all these ingredients in it. What's the name of the stuff you get? Rao, RAO,
Yes.
RAOS.
Too.
And Umbrella has it. It just has 2 ingredients in it. It's from Italy. You won't get so much of the crash from eating the carbohydrates because it's a better pasta. You know,
Okay.
if you're we're not going on a diet. We're just kind of changing. If you have this many ingredients in it, we don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like ice cream.
Yeah.
Like ice cream. We were watching the other day. She goes, I told if you look, they say it everywhere. If you look on a lot of these ice cream things, it says it's a frozen dessert because they can't call it ice cream because if you look at it, it has all kind of seed oils in it. Look at every ice cream you guys buy. It says seed oil. Who makes
Really?
ice cream out of freaking oil? If you look, I swear, if you look at the ice creams you got,
Legendary dessert.
It's called frozen dairy dessert. They can't even call it legally ice cream because it's not ice cream. They have oils in it. They have all kind of extra sugar in it. They have, man, you can't believe what they have in ice cream. It's amazing when you read the back of it.
I'm like
That's
Jeff.
wild.
I've been eating a lot of fish. I've been smoking a lot of fish lately. Trying getting away from the fried stuff. And actually, I have a video. I still have yet to put it out. It's a smoked perch taco, but I didn't use taco shell. I actually used the romaine lettuce leaves.
I never rolled that.
I put the smoked taco. I made a sauce for it and everything. They were really, really good, but I still got to put that video out. But I'm like Jeff. I love fish. Tuna fish.
Them worms, as long as you cook that fish, them worms, because they have them in the snakeheads and stuff. You'll see the little red little worms in them. You just got to make sure when you cook it, you cook the meat good. They're not gonna. Everything I read, them little worms aren't going to hurt you. You just got to make sure you cook it pretty good.
Yeah, you don't want to keep them alive now they're in your gut. You know.
Yeah.
I wanted to send Russ a snakehead, but man, it's not cheap sending you freaking fish, dude.
I can imagine.
No, it's pricey.
He'll love it. I'm telling you, man, it is a nice thick. It's a nice firm steaky fish. It's one of my favorite. I'm telling you, me and my buddy, we did a video where we did blue catfish. I think I screwed the blue catfish up though, but we had blue catfish, we had snakehead, and we had striped bass, and we compared them. And he liked the blue cat, even though I got it kind of frozen, so I stuck it on the run of water for a long time to kind of unfreeze it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it really, really held that water, because it felt mushy to me. Because we just got it, I didn't let it dry out. So the next day, some of it was in the refrigerator. It dried out a little bit. See, that looks good, dude.
Yeah, I see Sketty made a comment about rolling it up like egg roll, but that's how I did it.
That looks good. That's all you really.
Huge, man. Perch are huge. I don't know
Perch?
about your way, but perch, yeah, they're really big. Oh, you probably can't eat them out of the Potomac River, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't eat them out of the Potomac River right now.
No, I guess it depends where. It's so bad. Me and Austin on our podcast were talking about some of that stuff. How we're actually going to have. I wanted to go live Tuesday, but I'm just scared it's just going to be a shit show for some reason. We're doing it on location, and we're going to be talking about the CCA of Maryland. They pretty much take care of like the regulations and stuff when it comes to recreational fishing, and they put a lot of the reef balls out. They make the concrete stuff and they put it out in the bay. So we're going to have him on as a guest, and we're going into this place. It's kind of funny. We grew up down there. It's called Drug City, and when you walk into the place, even when we grew up, it's like a small Walgreens. You go in, it has your pharmacy. It's like a small Walgreens. You can get your check cashed there. You just have a movie. We usually rent the big what are they? The 8-tracks or whatever, cassettes, or we used to buy, get movies from there all the time. And then next door they had all their beer. So we would get our beer and we would get our movies and we would go home. So when the new owners came in, I believe they're new owners, they actually have their own whiskey now. They opened a little restaurant. They actually got a speakeasy up top, and they do whiskey tasting up there like once a week. And they have their own whiskey. I'm not a whiskey drinker. I would just it's all gasoline to me when I taste it.
Yeah, I get celiac with whiskey.
Russ is the whiskey drinker.
No, not really. I mean, I like a mixed drink every now and then, but I'm a beer guy more than anything.
There's usually a guy in the chat called Panchuco, huge bourbon guy. I mean, he knows his stuff too, but that's about all he touches, really, for the most part. Anyway,
I'd rather drink tequila with orange juice over bourbon. I like tequila, but we don't buy. I mean, my wife's got it. She just won't let me get into it. So therefore, I don't.
You're not allowed to touch her stuff.
You're not an asshole when you drink
I'm
tequila, are
looking
you?
at a bottle of Crown Royal back here, that blueberry flavor.
Oh,
You know,
really?
That's hers. She's like, "Don't you touch it." And she hardly ever drink. Hardly ever. She bought some Crown Royal. She brought home the other day some other new stuff that's aged in rum barrels, and she's got a thing of that. And I'm like, okay, she's got a huge collection in the back. She'll break it out when company comes over. Sometimes she'll ask somebody if they want to try this or try that. That's why she does it. Just give people a drink or two every now and then.
I don't
But
mind drinking barrel aged beers. They're so once they do the whiskey, they'll take they'll brew some beer and then they stick them in the barrels and
Yeah.
they let them sit. And some of them are like 15, 16, 17% alcohol, and you get a good like a stout. Most of them are like stouts and stuff, and they can be pretty good. They can because they can really put flavors in a beer, and you throw
Yeah.
a little bit of the whiskey in there. You know, that's where a lot of people can transition from drinking beer to maybe drinking. I don't know. I watch these guys drink whiskey. They're talking about all the flavors they taste, and I'm like, I don't see it, man.
Yeah.
I
I'm
take
like
gasoline.
you. I can't drink nothing straight. To me, it's about like gasoline. Or
Yeah.
drinking rubbing alcohol. But
Yep.
I do like drinks like a frozen pina colada with rum.
Yeah,
I enjoy that. Certain margaritas. I like those cocktails. But as far as just if I do have a bottle of whiskey or something, and every now and then I'll get one, I'll usually drink it with Coke
tequila.
or whatever. It's got to be
Tequila.
diluted way down.
One guy here says he drinks tequila with a beer and a lime.
That guy
She's
is
like-
if you saw this lady, she was extremely petite, attractive, thin lady, but that surprised me when I read it myself.
That would be good, actually. I can see that. Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Hot Irish whiskey.
they got a mix. I used to have the recipe for it. My buddy still has it. It's called a flaming Dr Pepper, and I forget what liqueur you put in this little shot glass. You drop it in a beer and you light it, or no, you light it then you drop it in a beer. You taste it. It tastes just like Dr Pepper.
Oh,
I ever tried it, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, it tastes just like Dr. Pepper. And that's what it's
Yeah.
called, a flaming Dr. Pepper.
I went
Oh
to
my-
Florida on vacation. We went to this place. It's just a craft beer place. And I don't know. I've tried a number of those craft beers, and they're just not for me. I'm just.
Well, you're- natural
Well,
light kind of guy.
What I
Yeah.
don't like a lot of those are Indian pale ales, and they all taste like grapefruit to me.
Yeah, that's
I'll
what
drink some-
the
Yeah, the Indian
IPAs.
pale ales. I'd rather have something different than that. Something totally different tasting. I used to belong to a beer of the month club, and some of those beers is actually really good, but a lot of them more of those Indian pale ales, and to me they all just redundant. Pine or grapefruit, real citrusy.
That's that the IPAs. The hazy, the juicy hazy IPAs. I can't drink the IPAs anymore. I made one once, brewing it, and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, man, the Southern Tier. I don't know where they're from. The brewery Southern Tier.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is a pumpkin beer. Tastes pretty good. I like pumpkin, but they have what's called a caramel pumpkin beer. They come out every October. Man, that is the best pumpkin beer I have ever tasted. It's like I said, it's like 9% alcohol, but it's really good. And then
Yeah.
so the other day I seen one. It was it a cherry pie?
I think that's what it was.
It's called a cherry pie or something like that. And let me tell you, this is the first brewery that I've tried a lot of their beers, and when they explain what it's supposed to taste like, is what it tastes like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was cherry pie, and then I just tried another one too, wasn't it?
Yeah, you liked that one too. Can't remember what it was.
What the hell was that? That was like a chocolate. I can't remember. It was so I've tried 4 different now, 4 different kind of their beers, and they really taste the way they, the cherry
The way-
pie stuff. It's
Huh.
really good.
Yeah, I'm a Budweiser guy.
Yeah, you are.
I
Bud
like.
Red.
I mean,
Bud
I
Red.
buy just domestic beer a lot because, I've always drank so much of it and it's cheaper. But every
Yep.
now and then I'll break down. I'll go buy some Abita beer that's made in Abita Springs, Louisiana, and they got some flavor like Turbo Dog and different ones I really like. And there's a lot of places around here now that's popped up over the last 20 years that's got some decent beers, Magnolia beer. But for the most part, I don't buy them regular because they cost so much. It's pretty
Yeah, they
expensive.
do.
If I'm just going to drink beer and hang out, I'll buy Miller Lite. And it's water mainly, but that's what I'll buy.
Cherry beer.
Sam Adams.
That guy I was
I'll
talking about
drink all
earlier,
the different flavors.
Panchuco, the bourbon guy, he sent some strawberry flavored beer about a year ago here to try, and I would not go to the store and buy it, but you could taste that little hint of strawberry enough in there, but it also just to me ruined the beer. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't go to
I'll
the
tell you,
store.
I'll tell you what I did discover though. My son, it was a crawfish boil here last month, and anyway, he had sent my wife and his girlfriend to the store to pick up more beer, and they brought Modelo, but they brought it in a can. That was the nastiest tasting beer, and I like Modelo in a bottle,
Yeah.
but this in a can is like, ugh, I couldn't hardly drink it. It was terrible. But I like Corona in a bottle, Corona Extra with lime, or Modelo. Like if I go into this Mexican restaurant, that's what I normally get. But at home, Miller Lite. I just kick back like Archie Bunker and just watch something and drink a cold beer.
Google looks like you're suffering for service.
His wheels are spinning.
They're spinning. He's coming. You know what movie I watched the other day? I don't know. I think you guys would really get a kick out of this movie. And I watched it because I watched it somewhat long ago, and then it's on Tubi. And Tubi's free, right?
Yeah.
Tubi's free. You can go and download Tubi. It's called The Hollywood Nights.
Oh,
You guys ever seen that movie?
yeah, I have a long time ago. I got
It's all about
Tubi.
that. Go put The Hollywood Nights in, and that's the one where it's kind of like an old car club, and it's all old cars, and
Yeah,
the old days we used to run down the strip and ride your cars and
Right.
shit. Man, that
Yeah.
was such a good movie.
I actually think I went to the theater and seen that many, many, many years ago when it first come out, and we used to go to theater a lot, But yeah, I don't remember much about the movie. It's been that long ago, but I've seen it. But
You gotta watch. You gotta watch it again.
I've got a shortcut on my big computer here to Tubi. You got Paramount Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix. I watch TV in here because my wife's taste in stuff to watch is totally different. She watches in the living room on this big screen. I watch everything in here on my other computer. So I got a lot of different apps that I can just click on and pull this up. It's all
Wife
most of them are paid. Tubi is free though. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
She's watching a horror flick now. She's all about slice them and dice them, man.
Oh,
She
that's
can't watch somebody. She can't watch anybody skin a buck or a deer and cut up a deer. But goddamn it, she can watch somebody get her throat ripped out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is she smiling after it happens?
Yeah, it's crazy over there. Maybe I gotta
My
watch out
wife-
for her.
Now I do like some of the Marvel and DC comic type movies. I like some of them, but she loves all that kind of stuff. She likes vampire movies, werewolf movies, and
Yeah.
anime stuff, and cartoons. And it's like I'm going in
Yeah.
there and watch YouTube and learn something. You can watch this trash if you want to.
Come on, I like vampire movies too, man. They're the best.
Yeah. Devil
Good again.
Dog.
What's
What's up,
up,
Google?
everybody? How's it going?
What's up, Googan?
It's going.
Oh, hanging in there.
Doing your daddy duties.
No, the kids and the wife are out of town, but I was doing something
Nice.
else I got tied up with.
That's cool.
Do you use your easy bake oven?
I did one even worse. I went and bought barbecue tonight.
Oh, is that right?
from a restaurant. Yeah,
We do that every now and then. Just
it was.
Yeah.
oh,
It's
Easier.
been raining. It's been raining a lot. We got like 3 inches today.
Wow,
What's
we didn't
the-
get that much.
What's the
but
size?
We got a little bit of it. We got an
yeah,
inch
we've
tomorrow.
been getting swamped down here with rain on and off. Rain a day or two. I mean, it's all around us today, but it hadn't rained much. I thought it was. It has rained some, but yesterday, day before yesterday, it rained all freaking day.
Yeah, that's all right. As a bread man, I need it to be sunny so I can make some money.
Yeah.
I worked on a bread truck once before. It was a dang, I can remember the name of the bread now. Mr. Brindle was his name. He lived in the neighborhood my parents lived in, and he would take us during summer break and put us on a bread truck with him and his oldest son Ricky every once in a while. And man, what was that name of that bread? It wasn't like a Wonder Bread type thing or anything. God, I can't remember the name of that bread. But it was pretty fun. You know, it was different. Getting that truck, and that's all you smell was bread.
We used
Yeah,
to
it
go
gets kinda-
when I lived in Pascagoula, they had a Colonial Bread bakery there, and you could go and buy that day old bread, like they
Mhm.
called it, and it was still fresh, but man, it was cheap. That was the best way to buy bread. That's how we did it for a long time when I lived.
Yeah, that was
way,
when I started. We used to do cake too, so we had like the tasty cake looking. We had pies and we had all the snowballs and cupcakes and stuff like that, and then the bread. So we should take it to an outlet store. So at the end of the day, we would pick the returns up from the stores, and then we would take it to the outlet stores, and then they would go through it, and whatever they could keep, and they would put it on the shelf, and whatever we sold it was a $2 bread. They can sell it for like 50 cents at the 50 cents for the outlet store. They don't do that no more. They don't do it no more. We don't do that.
I don't even know
anymore.
if they still do that anymore. That was back, golly, my boys were little boys. We do it just save money because we went through a lot of bread having boys making sandwiches, all that stuff. We just go up there for a couple bucks, come back with 4 or 5 loaves of bread.
I'm gonna find out what the name of that damn bread is. It's gonna kill me the rest of the night.
I like that bunny bread, but she won't buy it because it costs so much. She buys stuff she bought some hamburger buns the other day, and man, they were just terrible. They were crumbling as you was trying to eat them. I said, I don't give a crap. I said, I don't even want a hamburger if you can't get some decent buns. This is, I ended up taking the bread completely off. It just disintegrating, and I ate the burger meat and then cheese by itself. It was disgusting.
We've been really looking at a lot of the bread. The bread that you got was a sourdough bread, but it only has like 3 ingredients in it. It's another one. It's only one. We got a sourdough and Italian bread that we can get that only has like 3 ingredients in it. That's basically the bread you want. If you look at the bread that I sell, it'll say fortified and enriched. Once it's fortified and enriched, they basically take all the nutrients out of the bread or the wheat that they're using, and then they put synthetic stuff in it to compensate for what they took out to make it last longer on the shelf.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if you notice, you look at the bread, you got like I said, even the bread that I sell, it's got ingredients like this. It's got enriched.
Yeah.
So me and my wife will go to Aldi's. They have a couple loaves of bread in there that only has like 2 or 3 ingredients. You just got to look for them. There was one that we got right off Walmart's shelf, but the problem was it was like really hard. So I would have to put it in a toaster for just a little bit, just to soften it up. Once it was softened, and man, it was delicious. It only had like 2 ingredients in it. It's all like organic stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying as we get older, you're trying to just eat a little better and stuff. And
I'm not gonna remember that. It's gonna bug the hell out of me.
well, you got
I'm a
Wonder
bread
bread, you got
person.
Mare bread, you got Mare's, you got Wonder, you got Bimbo, you got
Wonder.
Schmidt.
I had one.
Because I was I'm working for Schmidt, Blue Ribbon or Sunbeam. You got Sunbeam down there too.
Yeah. We got Sunbeam here. Got Colonial,
that's-
Bunny Bread. Then you got the Walmart Great Value, and that's the stuff that really sucks.
Yeah, that's the stuff I deliver. I got a Walmart that I deliver to. I carry their private label.
Yeah,
I like the Martin's bread. That's
Martin's the best.
yeah, we got that here too. Yeah,
It's the best.
Martin's has got
barbecue and, yeah.
their potato rolls and stuff is good.
Oh,
It
yeah.
got 9 items. Martin's always had 9 items. When I started, we would deliver bread on Monday, and the due date to pick it up was Thursday. Now we deliver it on Monday, and it's got like a 10 to 12 day code on it because they've put so much shit in it. Martin's is still the same way. They
Yeah.
deliver, and they had the same codes. They don't trust me. That Martin's is still only. We have so many items. We got so much items. Then they stuck with. They got 9 items. They used to carry chips and stuff too. I think they still do.
Yeah, also, there's a Arnold's brand
I was
bread.
just going
Or
to
not.
say, damn it, I was waiting for Sam. Arnold was Mr. Brindle's bread that he delivered.
Arnold
bread.
Arnold Thomas. There you go.
Yeah, the first time I ever seen that was on the East Coast when I was staying in Virginia with my job, and then when I come back here, then I noticed the bigger stores, carry all these different brands and stuff. I'm like, oh, there's Arnold's. Haven't seen
Later,
that.
Scotty.
That's kind of like a Duke's Mayo. We didn't have that down here
Ugh,
until after
Duke's
I
Mayo.
come back from Virginia, and then a year or two later, I started seeing Duke's. I went, look at this.
Dukes.
Now we got-
I didn't like Dukes. It was too sweet for me.
Really?
Is that right?
Well, the brand we are known for in the South is Blue Plate. Like New Orleans, that's a New Orleans mayo. I like Blue Plate, and matter of fact, the last mayo she bought was Blue Plate, but she will buy Dukes a lot because she's from that area over there where it was readily available. Before it
Yeah,
got.
The Hellman's and all that, I think that's really sweet tasting to me. I won't touch any of that stuff.
See, I like Hellman's.
Is that right?
I can't.
Just different taste buds. I don't see that out of Dukes. I enjoy Dukes, but I do see Hellman's as being sweet for me.
I haven't
Make
ever
your own, man.
That thing.
Yeah, which like when I used to do a lot of videos for the channel and everything, I would take regular mayo and I'd roast a head of garlic and put that roasted garlic in it, and I'd make different aiolis, which it wasn't a true aioli because true aioli you make your own mayo from eggs and oil and
Make your
stuff.
own.
Yeah,
There you go.
but
Make your own.
I
Yeah.
don't
It's
wanna
easy.
be going
And
around
egg-
with raw eggs,
Egg. It's oil, eggs, a little bit of Dijon mustard, some salt, and that's it. Just blend it up
Yeah.
and mayonnaise.
I've done it before. It's just week in and week out, and I ain't doing all that. I'm just going to take and mix ingredients in with regular mayo, and it's always good. You got to let it sit up 2 or 3. Do it first, 2 or 3 hours. Then them flavors really kind of all become one flavor, But
I had a guy jar of light Dukes the other day when I was at the store, so we'll see what that tastes like. Might have to.
Sweet.
that's weird. How these
Go back.
conversations we can go straight from one subject like bread. Now we're on mayo.
Can you hear this?
I-
Did you hear that?
Do it. Barely.
I don't hear nothing. I got these aquariums gurgling behind me though, so I don't really hear nothing.
I heard a cricket.
Stupid ass pads. I got this. I got this roadcaster thing here for microphones for the podcast, and it's got all kind of like sounds and shit on here. I've never. That's the first time I think I've ever used them. The whole time I've had it. I'm just goofing
Might
off.
cut the cheese on that one.
So what's up, Guggen?
Oh, not a whole lot. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good, man.
How long is the wife and children gone?
They'll be back Wednesday evening, so I got a few free days.
That'd be nice.
I got a lot of chores, so it won't be that nice, but
You don't have to work.
She left you the list.
well, yep, she left me a list. No, I do have to work on Tuesday and Wednesday, so
Okay.
we only got today and tomorrow.
You're gonna work on your barbecue gazebo thing?
Yeah, if it doesn't rain tomorrow, or if it doesn't rain the whole day, I plan to hopefully finish it up.
My
At
son
least-
built a big porch patio looking thing. He already has a concrete one with a covered roof that's part of the house in his house, but he built another one. It's a wood deck, is what it is. It's just a rectangle shape with a roof and everything over it. He went to work on that sucker, man. He knocked it out. I mean, only thing he likes doing is he wants to water seal the boards and everything and stain my
Yeah.
face on, you know.
You got a picture of yours, Dugan?
I don't know. I sent you one a while ago. It's kind of a mess right now, so it's not something.
Yeah,
I
that's
wanna
my
do.
youngest son.
Whatever happened with the pizza oven? Did you ever get the pizza oven picked back up?
Not yet. I was trying to figure out how to do it today, but I still haven't come up with a good way. I don't have a cherry picker, so
He was moving his pizza oven into his new porch area, Russ, and it fell over. It's too heavy for him and his wife to pick up. So there it sits.
Oh, golly.
you
Holy
wouldn't be
shit.
able, you wouldn't believe it though. There's like, other than like a little scratch, I can't believe there's no damage. It flipped over and then was up on its upside down on the concrete.
Yeah, that have been sad days. He just sat there and watched it.
I just,
Nothing he could
I just
do.
stared at it for a minute and I was just like, "Are you serious?"
No, that's not what you said. You called yourself a dumbass.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, that was after I like. Well, that's just I mean, that's it, but it's also a little bit of an AI render. That's what I hope it all looks like. But
That's nice, man.
the
Yeah.
gazebo, that's what it looks like, and then I hope to build that wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do that tomorrow and do some yard work, but we'll see if the weather cooperates.
Yeah, I got to change my belt. I just got a new belt. My lawnmower screwed up, and I got to replace the belt. It won't take long, but I got to because we've had kind of a drought here, and there hasn't been. I mean, no rain, and now we get like 5 days of rain. I can already see out front. I got grass almost 1.5 feet tall in certain spots because of it's going to be it's going to rain all day. It's going to rain most of the day tomorrow, right? Rain most of the day tomorrow.
Yeah.
And,
I had a
Yeah,
thing
we've been
across the screen 1 inch tomorrow.
we've been cutting our grass for the last few months. It's full blown. It feels like summertime down here right now. Feels like yesterday felt like 90. I got to plug my computer in. And
There you go.
humidity
There you
through
go.
the roof. I got to plug my computer in before the battery does. There we go.
Got people cutting out, and I'm not catching them. I don't like that. I like to be able to say goodbye to them.
Yeah, like I said, this is cool. I don't mind coming up and chilling out on a Sunday night. Hopefully, I can do this all the time because I want to retire. I'm about done slinging bread for a living.
Will you stay retired, or will you pick up something on the side?
Well,
Will you-
Nah, I don't, if I could, yeah, I'd like to wouldn't be like Russ and take about 2 or 3 years and just be full time YouTubing, and just putting out them kind of videos. I got a lot of stuff. I'm trying to. I guess, in my mind, I'm still feeling like a 20-year-old,
Yeah.
and I think I can still hit an audience of 20s and 30-year-old. But most of my audience is anywhere from 45, pretty much up, 50 and up, and. So we are, even though we got the wife in there, we're going to really put her in there a lot more. I think we're not going to change. We're going to be the same, but kind of, I don't know. It's one of them things. Once you kind of find something, you kind of have to repeat it in a way that
Yeah.
works. And trust me, man, YouTube is I don't know. I can't say nothing because I've been doing it 6 years and I'm only at 6,000 subscribers. So I can't say like I know anything, but every time I
How
hear
many?
something, I already got
6,000?
6,000. I figured I'd be up a little bit more than that by now, but
You'd be 106,000 by now. Dang.
I don't know what it is, Russ. I think we do okay. I think we're not. I think we do all right.
Well, outdoor channels do well if you can find the audience, and that's I can't help you on that. I got in YouTube back when it was pretty easy, but like I said earlier, even with this new channel, I've only been at it 2 years, and it's already at over 6,000, and I'm not really
Yeah.
pushing that channel hard. But I had a couple of
Yeah.
videos that done really well, right out of the gate, and a lot of them since then hadn't done hardly crap. Some of them have. It's weird, I don't know the answer. As long as I've been doing this, who knows?
I can't figure it out.
I
It's
just do it for fun when I want to now. I don't feel like I'm
That's
under no
exactly
stress.
right.
I don't have to make a certain day like, oh, I gotta get a video out. I'm so sick of that. That's what I did with that cooking channel. Just keep it coming week after week. And I was working all them years too. And
Yeah.
it's like, but that's what it took to grow that channel.
yeah.
I was consistent. But
I hurt myself when I start doing different things, but that's what I wanted to do.
if that's what you want to do, it don't matter. You just gotta
That's what I
accept it.
wanted to do. I'm sort
It
of
is
stuck
what
at
it is,
1,500. Can't go nowhere, but I go a little bit, one or two at a time. But I just enjoy doing what I want to do.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's you sit down there and if you want to make it, you try to work on your thumbnails, and I've used ChatGPT, but then now it's starting to look a little fake, and I don't, even though it's us, it helps, that really helps, and ChatGPT is kind of good in a way now because for an older guy, if anybody's older is scared about using AI, it's kind of like when I wanted to make the book and I needed to know how to do it. I need to know what I need to do, how to format it, and go step by step. It broke it down step by step, how I need to go through all my videos, explain to it what I wanted, and then it would write it and it would format it for me so I could paste it
Yep.
into the book. I wouldn't
love
have to.
ChatGPT. I'm actually
Yeah, I
paying for it right now because I use it so much. It kept
Yeah.
timing out on me. I said, "Screw that! I'm gonna pay $20 a month, and
Yeah,
that
20
way
bucks a month.
I can use it anytime, and I get better answers by paying for it." But
Well,
I
it's-
did earlier. I want to kind of revisit everything I've done on this car that's getting ready to leave tomorrow, and I said I want to do a video on this. I've already talked about all that, but I'm sitting there like, how would I title this? So I asked, and I've been using Chat GPT through this whole process, working my way through it. And anyway, it knows everything up to now. So it spit out like 10 different titles on it. Oh, that's good. That's good. So I'm going to pick
Mhm.
one of them. It even gave me its favorite. Said, out of all the ones I just gave you, to me, this is my favorite. It says it's like talking with somebody. You actually can talk. You can actually turn the mic on and sit there and have a conversation with this robot
Right.
or whatever it
And
is.
You can change the voice of that. You can change the voice to one you want to hear.
Yeah.
I got a woman talking to me, not the sexy one that I wanted because my wife wouldn't like that, but just the
Right.
sexy ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember you used to do that with GPS system. You used to be able to change your the voice on your GPS.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
where
I,
we
I,
go.
I watch a lot of automotive mechanics videos and stuff like that, and I notice a lot of these guys that have really big channels and really know their stuff. Now they're starting to use Chat GPT on the video. It's like check
Yeah.
this out.
It's weird because on my
It's
my
like-
my other channel, which is I have a couple of channels, and it's like Lori and Sam. I put one up there, and so I said, you know what I should do? I should go on there and make a video for people that are 50 and older, not to how to use ChatGPT, because
Yeah.
most of us this age are like, fuck that. I don't want to. I don't want to freaking
like Lance.
do that. But teaching people how to do it.
That's me. What about
See, I'm
your
a little
music?
different.
The music
I'm
you were
actually,
doing.
I'm actually older than Lance, but I've been fooling with computers since day one. I actually used to build websites and write my own HTML, all that stuff many years ago, back in the 90s and stuff. And then, anyway, there's a big whole story behind all that. So all this stuff to me is really not that Greek, you know, and I pick up on it pretty easy. But there is a lot of older people that ain't got a clue though, you know. Just
Yeah.
What kind of website you have, Russ?
I don't want to say, but
Uh-huh.
it made more money than YouTube. I will say that.
Pornhub.com, older folks.
It was
Yeah.
How to do-
I was actually a marketing company for that's all I'm gonna say.
He showed how the sausage was made, but not barbecue.
There you go.
Didn't you have a music channel, Sam?
Huh?
Or didn't you have a music channel or something like that?
I still got it. I haven't. I just been so busy on the other one. A lot of my friends liked it. You know, it's called Headbangers and Hard Rock Television, and I wanted to review music. The problem is that I wanted to find new albums, new bands, and talk about them. The problem is every time you would play any music, you get copyrighted, and you get copyrighted. So an older band, Twisted Sister, we're all old enough. We know who Twisted Sister is. And so I was doing a video on we did what did we do? I did a video on another band, but at the end I wanted to do a flashback. So I always wanted to go back and flashback to older metal music. And I did what's that song? Something rock and roll. Shit, what's the name of that one? They didn't wear any makeup on then. I can't. It's a rock and roll. It's an old video from Twisted Sister. They didn't have their makeup on or anything. And I played like 5 or 10 seconds here, cut it up, 10 seconds there. It literally blocked the whole video. I couldn't even get into it. What?
Huh.
You can't kill rock.
You can't. Yeah, you can't kill rock and roll or something like that. It's an old song from Twisted Sister, and it blocked me. Literally blocked me. I mean, I couldn't get in to edit it, or I couldn't take anything. I couldn't even mess with it. I couldn't even see it. I had to delete the whole video for like 20 seconds of that video. You know, so it was a whole video, and then I took 20 seconds to flash back to old Twisted Sister, and they freaking just took the whole video. I had to take it all out.
Huh.
It's crazy.
Isn't a way around that by doing it in short form, posting short form?
No, it was no. I mean, seriously, you can go on now. What's weird is that you can go on TikTok. I've been live on TikTok once or twice, and you watch them people. They play all the music they want. They play everything, and they don't get blocked. They don't get shut down. They don't get anything. YouTube, holy shit, you play. I mean, just a fraction of. I don't know how these reaction videos still stay alive because they'll react to music. We just watched a young couple listening to Renegade from Styx, and they just did a whole video, and they pretty much played the whole video, the whole song, and
Well,
they
you
didn't
can
get shut
buy-
down.
You can buy the rights to any song now on YouTube if you
Yeah.
want to pay for it, you know. And then
20, $30 or
I
something.
don't know how it is now because I haven't done it. But when I was doing TikTok 3-4 years ago, I was also posting shorts on YouTube. And at that time, if you used the YouTube app, they had a whole library to all of the real music, and you could use up to 15 seconds of it. But your video couldn't be but 15 seconds long. I mean, it could be longer, but you could not play. Matter of fact, they only give you 15 seconds of the music. They give you a snippet of it, but you can pick which part of that 15 seconds you wanted, but it would not let it play more than 15 seconds. And I never got pinged, but I don't know how they do it now. Since that time, now you have to go in there.
Yeah.
You can either pick their free music or you can do their sharing program where the content creator gets so much from the
Yep.
video. And I said, screw that, man. I ain't doing none of that. Or you can just pay for the rights straight out, you know. But that's
Well,
the
I
only
got
way
a
to pay money.
I got an older guy that he's a metalhead, and he plays a lot of music for videos. This is like 5-6 years ago, and I think I used one of his songs for my first intro, because intros now on YouTube you just need to throw them out. Nobody wants to see any of the intros.
Exactly.
Nobody really. I mean, if you're going to have an intro, it needs to be like 5 seconds, and you're done. Other than that, if you play,
It's totally different. Years ago, like I used to have intros, And it was because you treat it like it's on TV show, just like if you was
Yeah.
watching something on TV. But ain't nobody interested in that now. Get to the heart of it and get out of there.
Yeah, we did a live on TikTok. Me and my buddy, we were just playing metal music, and we're fine on TikTok. You can freaking play the whole time, but YouTube, man, they literally will. There's been times we were playing music, and the live was canceled. They shut the live down. You had to come back on. You had to actually come back on to the live because it got shut down because
Right.
you were playing something. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's kind of stupid. I mean, I kind of understand it on the other part, but to me, especially when you're listening to a young couple listening to older music and like it, like they were the couple we were watching today, they're younger, so they got to be in what 20s? They got to be in their 20s, right? Oh, she's not even there. I'm looking over there. She's not even there.
They do
And,
reviews on it.
Yeah, they were reviewing Renegade from Styx today. They do all kind of stuff, but it's them introducing older music to the younger generation. To me, I'm like they're spreading your music, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
I got.
but I don't think it's them. I think people buy the rights to it and then they do all that shit.
There's a way around. I've seen one of those review play channels before, and they said that they had to do something specific so that YouTube wouldn't take it down. I can't remember what it was now, but that's something that they did. If it's like a commercial, or they had to put the title of it in the video, or whatever it was. But
See, just sitting here and I got a fresh beer. See? You love me, don't you? Nope.
Lance, how's your garden going?
doing great. Doing
Yeah.
great. I got to go out there and put something up for long to start holding giving the cucumber something to climb up. But
I'll be right
How
back.
many poblanos you got?
half a dozen poblano plants.
Oh boy, get ready for poblano YouTube videos, everyone.
That 6 or 8. I can't remember 6 or 8. I can't remember how I put in now, but you can usually get good 4 per plant, and it's just me that's really eating them. So
You come out with that taco video yet? The fish taco?
no, I just showed a picture of it earlier. I
Okay.
need to get it edited and get it up. I've just been a little busy doing
Yeah.
some stuff.
I hear you. I was hoping to shoot a video tomorrow, but I think with all the chores and things I want to get done, and that's not going to happen. Still be
Yeah.
on the back burner.
George came in on Simon's Live last Tuesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, don't get me started on the Popeye things again. I'd like to get into them again. I actually enjoy doing them, but I need to take the time and think of a crust. But it's just so much easier to take, get a pastry crust and get a flaky crust, and now you got a top and a bottom. But it's just so much easier to do that. Less headache.
You need like a cornbread jalapeno crust.
Well, now I got to worry because I'm trying to watch the health thing, to
Oh, yeah.
what I can even do there now. But
I don't know.
I got me
Just
another
make a-
toy today, Lance.
what's that?
I bought another oscilloscope, a little bit bigger one, a little bit more faster one.
What's that? The 4th one now?
It's not a very expensive one, but it's good enough for what I do.
What is that, for colonoscopies?
Huh?
Is that for colonoscopies?
Nope, that's for diagnostics. Automobiles. Well, I got it's battery powered. That's why it'll make a good one for automobiles.
So like pulses and stuff on sensors?
Well, like if you wanted to check the fuel injector, or if you wanted to check like the coil pack, to see if it's firing the primary to secondary, you can look at the wave pattern, see if it's a good wave pattern, or you can do all kind of things with it. That's why I got it. It ain't something I need all the time on everything, but when you need it, you need it. I needed it on that cart of the day, and I used my other one. It worked good, but I seen this one for, I think I paid $174, and this one I paid like $150 for. This didn't come with its own case. Is the only thing I don't like about it. But yeah, that's it. No
Yeah, I've
toy.
seen people use those on YouTube videos. They're pretty helpful, like crank sensors and
Right.
yeah, just figuring out what's going on there and
Well,
what
this is a 2-channel. I can look at 2 waveforms at one time. Like if I wanted to see a crank and a camshaft correlation, you can see them together and see how they're timed up. That's one. There's all kind of uses for it. It's really a multimeter that will show you what's happening over time.
Technology.
It's pretty neat.
But I'll probably be using it more on that video because I've already got one waveform of what that was putting out. And then now I've got the new part in there. I'm going to show what it's supposed to look like. And that's digital waveforms. It's talking another language. You can't just look at it and tell what's going on like you can if you're looking at a fuel injector. You can read it, or pulse width, how long it's on, all that's very readable. But some of that crap, you can't read it.
Back in my day, we used to use node lights.
Back in my day, we didn't need none of this crap. It was all mechanical.
That's right.
But back in those days, you didn't have to have all that crap.
You still ain't got to have it. You know why you got to have all that crap now? EPA, man.
Well, I know, but back in the day, you had spark plugs, wires, ignition points, coil, carburetor adjustment. Now you got 4 sensors that adjusts your idle and
the computer controls everything. You know how we used to adjust the idle screw and the gas, the air? The computer does all that. You can look on Scan Tool and read your fuel trims, and you can see if it's in range or if it's running lean, running rich. Then you got to figure out, why is it doing that? Do I have a vacuum leak that's causing it to do that? It's all completely different. The way we learned back in the 60s and 70s and into the 80s, and it's just slowly migrated into this. It's like there's more technology in a car than the Apollo 12 that landed on the moon, or Apollo 11. Way more.
1,
It's
2,
so
3.
sophisticated. It's crazy.
Can you hear me, guys?
I enjoy it. I like diagnosing and troubleshooting that crap and really finding out the problem.
We can hear you.
I just enjoy it.
Other microphone took a
I
dookie.
don't necessarily enjoy the fixing the part once I figure out what's wrong. And there's some
Yeah,
guys.
it's not working.
We
I
can hear
watch
you,
one
man.
guy, Scanner Danner. That's all he does. He goes from shop to shop, and he's a diagnostician. All he does is diagnose, tell you what the problem is, then the shop will fix it. But he makes sure that he's not throwing parts at it. He's going to tell you the real problem. Here it is. Boom. Done. That's pretty sweet job. But you got to be good on all models and makes and really know what you're doing.
How about this one? Can you hear me on this one?
I'm too slow to do that for a living.
Heard you on both of them.
This one here, my other mic. I'm sorry. I gotta. You have no idea how stressed I am trying to get ready for this podcast on Tuesday, and I need 3 microphones and 2 cameras. I'm trying to work on it, and this one here, for some reason, it's not working. Here's the craziest thing.
Needs to be charged.
I just got this one old mic here that I've had forever.
I got this little thing that TPC suggested 4 years ago. It was $30. Camera and mic. I've never had to touch it, anything.
I paid, I think, 80 for this. Is a Blue Yeti, and it does have a volume and a gain. It's got a volume on the front and a gain on the back. That's
I don't know.
about
I got
it.
the same one as Smoking Joe.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
really do.
we've got the same room.
No, I mean I know, but I actually have the same mic. He's got the Samson. I get the Samson G-Track. I don't know if it sounds good. I can never hear myself, but
it does sound good. You got that
You
little
have
pop.
mic problems?
What's
yeah,
that?
I did, and I had them send me a warranty. They gave me a new one.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are all Rode mic. These are all Rode mics. This one's my USB-C mic that you can have an XLR, cable on it or a USB-C cable
Yeah.
that allows me to do it. And it's completely like not even powered, ain't even on. That's fucking weird. You know how to stress out trying to do just making sure everything works. I'm gonna sit here all day trying to configure everything. I want a really nice podcast, and it's stressing me out. Not stressing me out. It's just I never had any problems with all the podcasts I ever did. I already had me and maybe a guest. When we did them. Now I want to add extra cameras or extra stuff in through StreamYard in order to actually through StreamYard to add another camera. You actually have to buy the big, the third tier, the third tier
Subscription.
thing, the subscription. So I can add two. So the way I do it is I'll go on, I'll add what's called an incognito tab, and then I'll go into StreamYard, and then I can bring my other camera on, like I'm having a guest, basically. So it's basically just adding a guest to my StreamYard. So it gives me two cameras on there. And that's a little tricky, but it actually works pretty good. But for this one, this is my it's a $200 freaking microphone, and for some reason that's not working right now. But we'll figure it out. I got to get it done by Tuesday. Tuesday, I got a three people podcast coming up.
It's all right.
That should be
a hoot. This one, I've got a pork loin roast that's been sitting out there in the grill wrapped up, but the coals are about ready to die on it. But it was at 190s before we went live, so it should be around 200s, 205s. I'm gonna go dress that pork loin, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night for the live. I
All
do
right.
appreciate everybody being here. Sam, appreciate you hopping up here. Dugan, appreciate you hopping up here.
Again. Yeah.
For us,
Dugan.
good thing to have you up here.
man.
Enjoy having you up here, rather. But I went from didn't know who was going to show up to having a full house.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy.
Made my day.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
Y'all have a good one. Later, Chip.
There, guys.
We'll see y'all Tuesday. I guess Simon's going live. I'm pretty sure he is. But we'll see y'all later on. Peace out. Love you. Enjoy y'all.